Carlton, everybody! We got a few more comics left for you. We have another fellow from Chicago. Please welcome to the stage, Collin Bullock, everybody!
We're going for your hosts, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see you. So the other day, I was walking down the street wearing a lot of flannel, like you do. This guy comes right up to me, he goes, hey buddy, 1993 called, and they want their style back. And I said, really? Warn them about 9/11! Critiquing my fashion is not the best use of your time-traveling phone! I bet girls named Layla are really sick of guys playing that Eric Clapton song for them. And I bet it's even worse for girls named Monster Mash. I think it's weird that Betty White is still alive. You think about that? Her most famous role was starring in a show about how her and all her friends were old as fuck. That show came out 30 years ago. 30 years is enough time for someone to go from not old to old. That bitch just fucking stayed the same age like a goddamn Highlander. I think when Rue McClanahan died, there was a quickening. Good reference. Moving on. You can see Betty White's tits on the internet if you want. And it's like a young Betty White, unfortunately. It's a real tit. She did some like fucking cheesecake photos for the boys on the front lines in WW2, so they could fucking jerk off hard enough to kill Hitler. How are we taking down Berlin? Drown them with cum! What's weird is that like she had these pictures taken and she's got her tits out and she's like, hey boy. And they're on playing cards. Like that's what they put them on. Not just like a magazine fucking playing cards. Because in WW2, they didn't have a lot of resources. Everything had to have 2 uses. It was like, this canteen, I can drink water out of it, and also it stops bullets. And after I'm done jerking off to this, me and Hunter and a bunch of other guys from Brooklyn are going to play hearts. Point is, I want to see a version of Stratego made during Vietnam that has Estelle Getty getting fucked. Full penetration. Full penetration. Man, WW2, weird time, you know what I'm saying? The Holocaust, I'm going to say it, bummer. Not a fan. I'll do it, I don't give a shit. I don't care if it causes me to lose my position as the current GOP frontrunner. Holocaust. Do you guys know this? There are people, this is true, there are people who claim the Holocaust never happened. Here's what's weird. Everyone who believes the Holocaust never happened seems to really wish it had. It's like, guys, the Holocaust is a myth, it's a lie, and let me tell you something. We blew a major opportunity there. We had the infrastructure in place. We had a really charismatic leader. He had a Michael Jordan mustache. It was amazing. Do you guys remember that a couple years ago, there was a brief amount of time when Michael Jordan literally had a Hitler mustache? Because you can be so famous that no one around you will mention you have a Hitler mustache. It's also weird because I was looking at pictures. It took me a second to be like, oh, no one's told Michael Jordan who Hitler is. Like, that is going to be an awkward conversation. When someone finally sits him down, I don't know what it's going to be, probably Bugs Bunny, and just talks to him. Well, that was... It'll be Elmer Fudd, like, go with this waftly Fuhrer. The other day I was watching a documentary, not to brag. It's a documentary about mail-order brides, and they described this one woman as coming from, and I quote here, the Detroit of Russia. Whoa. That's like the stabbing of getting lit on fire. Holy shit, dude. It's a goddamn frozen murder land. And it's in Russia. It's horrible. Russian people are fucking hard, dude. I don't know if you ever talked to a Russian person. Probably not, because you're still alive. They're very fucking... Russian. Here's how hard Russian people are. If I opened a Russian cookbook, I wouldn't be surprised to see one of the ingredients is just a block of concrete. Boil water. Put in concrete. Shoot self in face. Serve sticks. That's a recipe for fajitas, guys. The other day I was driving my automobile, it's leased, don't worry, and 176 a month, got a couple K miles, warranty. If anyone wants to buy it, you know, Saint Anger by Metallica stuck in the tape deck, but pretty cool. The other day I was driving and I saw a sign in front of the building. It said, tattoo parlor open till 4 a.m. That's good. I make the best permanent fashion choices at